Hey there Summoners, what is up? My name is Nathan and I'll be your host for another patch preview. This short video will provide you guys some information in regards to the upcoming changes for patch 12.9. Like always, I'll give you a sneak peek of everything that's coming up. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any content like this, especially the full list of changes as soon as we hear about them. That being said, let's go ahead and get the video started. To begin with the video, we'll run through the system nerfs. So far, the only system change altogether that we know about is one for Hullbreaker. Players continue to find this item frustrating to play against as it provides solo laners so much more objective pressure. That itself wouldn't be an issue, but the item also provides a generous amount of attack damage and health, making it a great purchase on most popular top laners. It's noted that Riot specifically wants to nerf the item when built early on. Thus, it's likely its passive effect will be nerfed in the early game, but remain the same later on. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll provide a full list of changes as soon as we can, so make sure you keep an eye out on the channel. While it was short, that covers our system changes for the patch. Riot plans on making significant system changes on patch 12.10, so this upcoming patch will focus on champions instead. Speaking of which, let's run through the champion changes. We'll begin with the nerfs. The following champions are expected to receive nerfs next patch: Rengar, Master Yi, Nidalee, Ahri, Renata Glasc, and Sion. That's a lot of junglers on the list for sure. Rengar and Nidalee are exceptionally strong in high elo, while Master Yi continues to bully mid and low elo players. Nidalee and Rengar were rather recently given some buffs to help them out, and it's not surprising that they've risen to the top. Riot has mentioned that they plan on addressing burst damage, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Rengar and Nidalee have their abilities hit. With Master Yi, they could instead target his durability in hopes of making it easier to take him out. I wish Riot would nerf me, so I would be easier to take out. In their respective roles, Ahri and Renata Glasc are proving to be far too powerful. Following her mini rework, Ahri has proven to be so much more of a versatile pick. She's better able to use her ultimate and built-in mobility and still has access to powerful wave clear and sustain. In Renata's case, she's introduced some crazy mechanics and ever since then, has provided absurd amounts of utility for her teammates. The final nerf is for none other than Sion. This is certainly a direct response to the popularized split push Sion strategy. With Hullbreaker facing a nerf as well in the next patch, Sion will likely have to be played in a more traditional style moving forward. That covers all the nerfs, so we'll run through the champion buffs next. The buff list is pretty short. We'll see Hecarim, Varus, Braum, and Thresh receive some buffs next patch. Hecarim's suffering continues as he's either too weak or too strong. In this case, it's the former, and he's fishing for some scraps with his 46% win rate. If any damage buffs are coming his way, I guess they'd be to his Q's damage at higher levels, or its AD scaling. We'll have to see which direction Riot wants to take him, as they could buff him in a variety of ways. Varus is also receiving a buff next patch with his 48% current win rate in high elo. As an underperforming marksman, he needs some help. Looking back at how he's been previously buffed, Riot will continue pushing him towards on-hit builds, rather than focusing on lethality-focused ones. Finally, Braum and Thresh are receiving some support. Thresh actually holds a 46% win rate in high elo. He's definitely not the same powerhouse that we saw earlier on in the season. Hit with a variety of nerfs, while many other support saw buffs, he's been slowly pushed to the sidelines. Braum has consistently performed a little bit below average, and next patch we'll see the two CC heavy supports receive the help that they desperately need. That's it for the buffs, so we'll wrap up with the champion adjustments. The most exciting change coming next patch are two mid-scope updates. These changes are supposed to be power neutral, but with how big they are, it's likely that the champions will end up too strong or too weak and have to be adjusted afterwards. Thalia and OLAF are up for some bigger changes, while Pyke is set to have power shifted away from his mid lane build. For reference, Pyke's mid lane currently holds a 53% win rate in high elo, while his support counterpart sits at slightly above 50%. In regards to OLAF and Thalia, they're receiving the changes to help them better fit their roles, while addressing problematic aspects of their gameplay. OLAF will be given some situational power, such as an indefinite ultimate duration that he can extend during combat. However, there are other adjustments coming his way, like a change to his Q's range to make it less spammable. Thalia is having her burst damage nerfed significantly, in return for power in extended fights, as well as much stronger utility. These two champions have lost a lot of their popularity from their days of glory. Hopefully these mid-scope adjustments are enough to give them opportunities to shine. That wraps up our 12.9 patch preview. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and feel free to share your thoughts with me in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys are excited about, or if you think there are some important changes that Riot missed. Again, we'll drop a video with a complete list of changes very soon with the exact numbers, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.